Alright you guys, what's going on? It's Joby, and today I'm going to show you how to build a patch on the Boss MS-3. Have a couple different camera angles going on. Have it up tight so you can see what's going on the screen, and a distance that I'm going to put in the corner just so you can see what else I'm doing on the pedal board. Let's go ahead and get started real quick. So I have this running in 4-cable method using loop 1 out to the front of my amp. What that allows me to do is put effects from the MS-3 in front of the amp and into the effects loop of the amp at the same time. Let's start out with a couple simple things here. The first thing that you're going to want to do if you're using 4-cable method is hit the edit button, and you're going to want to go in and set your loop that you're using for the 4-cable method to the front of the amp on. In my case, it's loop 1. So we need to turn loop 1 on. I already had it on, but now you can see that loop 1 is active. Then we're going to scroll over, and I'm going to set in control. If you go over to control 3, which is right here, that is going to this Boss FS5U foot switch. And I'm going to set this to change the channels on my amp. So I actually already have it turned on because I'm using my Fender combo right now. If I shut it off, it goes to the dirty channel, and I didn't want that like being noisy in the background. So all you have to do though is set this knob to control out 1, and then we can go from clean to dirty. You do have to purchase the external FS5U or another tap tempo non-latching switch to do this with. You can't really do it here. You can change the channel of the amp here and set it to always be on. So you could have the distortion channel always on a patch, but if you want to be able to go back and forth, you need an external switch. We'll just back out of there and let's start building a patch. Let's say this is going to be like a clean delay signal, and we're going to use an external delay. So I have the stereo memory man going into loop 2. So I want to go and turn on loop 2 by pressing on. And let's get a different delay here, but so that's on now. Let's say I want to add reverb, but I don't want to use this pedal. I can come back in here, go to my reverb, turn that on. I can select the type of reverb by turning the 3rd knob. Let's go ahead and do a spring reverb. Now if I hit enter again, I can edit the patch itself. So now we have a little bit of spring reverb added in. Pretty nice. Let's go back and we'll add in a compressor. So we're going to go all the way back to FX1. Now everything that's in here before L1 is going to go into the front of my amp. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to grab a compressor. I'm going to turn it on, and this is a Boss compressor. So now we have that, and if we want to get dirty with that, we can turn our foot switch on. Let's make another patch on 2 here. To save this, we need to press down exit and enter at the same time, and then press enter again. You can rename it here if you want to. I'm just going to delete everything by pressing the page left button, and here's where you change your names or whatever. We'll just call this A. Hit enter. Now that patch is saved. So let's go to patch 2 and we're gonna hit edit and we're gonna create a new patch. So this time let's just do like a dry, dirty sound. So basically we're gonna go to L1. If you're using 4-cable method, whatever loop is going to the front of your amp needs to be on all the time, every time. So you wanna make sure that's on. Then we're gonna go to our control. Oops, hit the wrong button. Hit enter, control 3, and we're just gonna turn that to control out 1. And it's already on. So if we hit exit and enter at the same time and we write this patch and we'll just call it B, hit enter. Now we're clean with delay and reverb on patch 1. And then patch 2 is just dirty and dry. So let's do another one. Let's go to patch 3 here. This time we'll do delay and reverb, but we'll use the internal effects. So we're going to start by hitting edit. We're going to turn on loop 1, make sure that that's on, and then we're going to go down here and we will do, let's do delay. Turn this knob to select your type. We'll just do an analog delay. Turn it on. Back here we got our delay now. Not very present, so let's edit that, turn the effect level up. It's a little too fast. So here's another thing we can do. We can actually go in here and we can change control to be our tap tempo. We can go ahead and set control 3, instead of being the control out function, we can set it to delay tap. And now we can tap the tempo of the delay with the FS5U. So that's pretty cool. We have lost the functionality of changing the channel with this switch now, but that's all right. We could build that on another patch. But anyway, guys, so that is the basics of building a patch on here. Let me know if you want to know anything else about it or how to do something else on here, and I can hopefully answer your questions either in the comments or in another video. As always, I really appreciate you watching. Peace. Take it easy.